Hi there, it's Martin Rapley here from Refurbishment Mastery. In this video, I'm just going to run you through a current refurbishment strategy that I'm following that you may find useful with your own refurbishments. Now, you'll know that I talk extensively about adding value to properties by using refurbishment, but I want to just share with you something that I'm doing currently which adds value through refurbishment, but also adds some additional value that you may not have considered previously. What I've been buying are small blocks of flats that have got blocks that have got 3 or 4 flats in, that have generally been converted 20-30 years ago. You know, those old kinds of houses that have been split into multiple units. It's much easier if you can buy the whole block, and I'll explain that shortly. But what I've been trying to buy are small blocks of flats. And then we look for ways of adding value to the flats. Now, the obvious way of adding value is a refurbishment. Typical thing: new kitchen, new bathroom, a coat of paint, tidy them up, modernise them, and you know, just generally make them for a better market than they are at the moment. But the second thing we've been looking to try and do as much as possible is finding a way of taking the kitchen out of its own individual room and moving it into the living room. Because you'll know that modern living now, we prefer these big open space areas, and you'll know that most new flats that are built nowadays, the living room and the kitchen and the dining room are all one big space. So we're looking for flats where we can move that kitchen into the living room, and now we've got another spare room, and that room can become a bedroom. So we are adding value because we are improving the flat, we're generally lifting the quality of the flat, but we're now adding a second amount of value because we've turned what was a 1-bedroom flat into a 2-bedroom flat. Even though that room may not be that big and might only just fit a bed in, you can call it a second bedroom. You might call it a nursery if it fits a little cot in it. You might even be able to consider it as a study, but although a study is a space, it's not worth as much as a bedroom. So you don't need a huge space to be able to call it a bedroom and add value. And particularly if you've got to refurbish the property anyway, it doesn't matter where you put your new kitchen, putting it in the living room, putting it in the old existing kitchen is often the same kind of work. You do need to look at how the drainage connects up, and you will need to reconfigure the plumbing, of course, so there is a bit of work to do in connection with that. And importantly, if you don't have access to the whole freehold, you'll almost certainly have to get freeholders' consent to do this kind of alteration. And some freeholders won't give you that consent. Some freeholders will give you the consent, but they obviously want a share of the profit. So that's the reason that we aim to buy the whole block, so that we are the freeholder and we've got control of the decision making around these works that are going on. So that's how I'm adding value at the moment. 1, through refurbishment, but 2, by reconfiguring and moving these kitchens into the living room so that we gain an additional bedroom. And we've now got to a point where we are very close to being able to refinance, leaving no money in, and some of them where we're actually able to take finance out of the deals. So I really hope that little story, that little case study, helps you see some other opportunities in your area. Please do like and share. I've got a whole raft of videos here on YouTube to help you with your refurbishments, and I've got some great tips that will help you save money along the way. I look forward to seeing you soon in another video.